In this video, I will continue the same part, okay, part 2 of 5th module. Two topics were remaining, which I'll go further with this. Let's see what all things are remaining. So the left out contents are these. That is, first is introduction to different schemes. Okay, under that we have TECKSOK, KIADB, KSSIDC, DIC. See, these are all the programs, okay, that have been started, which has been supporting the small scale industries. Okay, this is the MSME, that is micro, small, and medium enterprises. These programs have come up to support them in different ways. Okay, so next we have single video agencies that has SSI, NSI, SIDB, and KSFC. Okay, so these are the programs. What we have to know is when it has started, why is it started, main agenda of each of the program, and its functions. Okay, different functions, what is it made for, and a few objectives. Okay, and we have to know about like one particular program, how is it held, like overall in the country or within the state, like how many cities have come up with good ideas and good ventures. So that's all. Each in this four from the this thing schemes above and the single video agencies, eight schemes are there which you all need to know. uh, every scheme's functions, okay, functions and objectives, something like that. So let's go through it one by one. So let's start with this introduction to different schemes. Okay, under that first we have TechSoc. Sorry, it is named as TEPSOK. Okay, it has got the full form. We'll see. That is Technical Consultancy Services of Karnataka. Okay, so it was established in the year 1976 by our government. Okay, government of Karnataka. So where is it located? It is located in Basava Bhavan, Basaveshwara Circle, Bangalore. Okay, this is the technical consultancy service that has opened. And the nature of support, we have multi-disciplinary technical, industrial, and management consultancy. Okay, what are consultancy? Industrial, management, and technical. So main objectives of this scheme is, first is to provide a reliable consultancy support for entrepreneurs to start self-employment ventures in Karnataka. Okay, first thing they are going to this is open. This consultancy is open to support the entrepreneurs who wants to do the self startup. Okay, ventures in the state of Karnataka. Second point is to provide consultancy services to the various departments and agencies of state and central governments. Okay, so in and around the state and central governments, these are going to provide this consultancy. Okay, consultancy services. These are the objectives, and let's go through few functions in the next page. So we have a few functions of this scheme. Okay, first is to identify the investment opportunities, which are location specific. Okay, to investment opportunities. Then they carry out feasible studies and environmental impact studies. Okay, all the environmental detailed studies they will go through. Next, to assist preparation of detailed project reports as per investment norms and financial norm. Okay, so they'll go through the project reports, okay, detailedly. Next, to carry out market survey and research specific to industry needs. So according to the specific the requirement of industry, they will carry out this required survey, okay, and research. Next is to help in reorganization and restructuring of employees. Okay, so they are going to help and pull in employees and make them help them put in their efforts. Next is to diagnose sick unit and suggest rehabilitation measures. Okay, to provide consultancy in valuation of assets, manpower, planning and budgetary control systems. So planning, budget control, manpower, labor, everything they are going to set here. Next is to promote consultancy for merge and takeovers. Okay, so here are types of help. What they have done is, since its inspection, this TechSoc has catalyzed a large number of industries throughout Karnataka. So, through this scheme, a very large number of industries have been what it has been managed, okay, through their help. So this is all about this first scheme, TECSOK. Let's move to the another one. So this is our second scheme, that is KIADB. Okay, that is called as Karnataka Industrial Area Development Board. Okay, so this was established in the year 1966 by the government of Karnataka. So the headquarters is at Bangalore with 9 zonal offices all over Karnataka. Okay, KIADB. So let's go through few objectives of this scheme. First is to, since it is industrial based, so to establish industrial areas and promote rapid and orderly establishment of industries in the state of Karnataka. Okay, that is what they support. Second is to provide infrastructural facilities and amenities to exercise. Okay, so they work on providing infrastructural facilities for exercise. Next is to assist in implementation of government policies. Okay, so these are few of the objectives of this scheme, and to function on no profit no loss basis. To have a note about all the profit and losses, move to the functions. So under functions, to acquire land for industrial activity. Okay, since it is an industrial based, supporting, they are going to support the industrial activities. They are going to acquire lands for them. Okay, for industrial activity, and also, yeah, and notified locations and form industrial area with all infrastructure facilities like road, electricity, power and water supply. So they will provide land also, and also whatever is necessary for the well-being of that area, the industrial area, like road, power, electricity, power, water supply, they are going to function on that. Second is to acquire lands in favor of single unit. Okay, to acquire lands for single unit complexes for government organizations and to facilitate government projects. Okay, they are going to acquire land, give lands for based on their unit, single unit, and for the government organizations. Okay, and to ongo government projects, they are going to acquire lands. Next is to provide all the infrastructure facilities to such industrial areas. Okay, so it's about the same thing. One is the providing facilities, one is about providing lands and helping them grow. So see, here are few types of help. Okay, it has been found that 95 industrial areas spread all over the state and acquired land for nearly 290 single unit complexes. Okay, so they have helped to grow about 290 single unit complexes. Okay, so the this is about KIADB. So next we have KSSIDC, that is Karnataka State Small Industries Development Corporation Limited. Okay, so this was established in the year 1960 by our government of Karnataka. See, the nature of support is infrastructure and industrial inputs. Okay, similar to the previous one. See, main object, but yeah, they focus on more about providing infrastructure. Okay, like raw materials and things. Objectives. First is to assist small scale industries in the procurement of raw materials. Okay, so raw materials is the whole term. They are going to help the small industries and these medium enterprise people to receive raw materials. Second is to take up any activity aimed at the rapid development of small scale industry. So anything that will help the small scale industry develop rapidly, they are going to do all possible work and help them. Okay, so these are the objectives of KSSIDC. Let's go through few functions about them. So here are few functions to establish and manage industrial estates. Okay, to procure and distribute scarce and rare raw materials to various SSI. So they are going to distribute the raw materials that are scarce. Okay, and pretty rare, that they are not going to find such um, materials easily. So this scheme is going to help them gain it. Next is to provide assistance towards marketing of products from various SSIs. Okay, so they will focus on marketing of the products. Okay, through these small scale industries. Next is to organize national level and international level exhibition and facilitate exchange of information. So what is it? They help to have interaction, okay, by providing exhibition, okay, in national level and international level, so that they can exchange ideas and grow ideas. Okay, next is to supply machinery under hire purchase scheme, okay, for supply of machinery. Next is to provide technical library facilities in coordination with Indian Standard Institution. Okay, so in your libraries, whatever technical facilities are needed, that they will help them uh, know it. Okay, now what are the types of help? See, it has constructed 86 plots exclusively for SC and ST enterprises. Okay, so for SC and ST entrepreneurs um, who have planned to open up work for them. So they have been constructed. Okay, 86 plots for them. Next we have DIC, okay, that is District Industry Center. Okay, it was launched in 1978 in all districts of each state. Okay, every state, every district of the state, each of them was launched. So there are about 400 DICs in India, in our country. Nature of support is information and consultancy services, industrial inputs. Okay, so related to the information and consultancy services and industrial help, industrial inputs regarding that. See, objectives, let us see. First is to effectively promote cottage and small scale industries in rural areas and small towns. So what do? They help the small scale industries and cottage industries come up in rural areas, okay, and very pretty small towns. They help to promote them. Second is to act as a single window agency to help the entrepreneurs with all the information under one roof. So those who are uh, those who try to make the entrepreneurship, like many of them who want to do it individually, they are going to help them, okay, by informing, giving them ideas under one group through the program. Okay, they are going to help them know about things. Next is to serve as an integrated administrative framework at the district level for industrial development. Okay, related to the administrative work, we are going to help them learn, know. These are the functions of DIC. Okay, first is survey, to carry out survey to assess the potential of a district with respect to industrial development, taking into account what and all availability of raw materials, okay, manpower, infrastructure demand for the product. So they will carry out surveys and check on these developments. Okay, next is action plan. So on the action plan, to prepare an action plan for the industrial development of the district. Okay, to create a plan, overall plan for the industrial development. Next is appraisal, to appraise various investment proposals received from entrepreneurs. Okay, so entrepreneurs are going to propose their work, so to accept that. Okay, next is to guidance to guide entrepreneurs in selecting appropriate machinery and equipment, helping them know which equipment is best for their job. Okay, proper one. Next is marketing, to assist entrepreneurs in marketing their products and assess the possibility of export promotion. Okay, to market their products. Okay, next is R&D. R&D is nothing but research and development, to link R&D institutes with entrepreneurial activities for product innovation. Okay, so to link the R&D institutes, help them research more about their activities. Next is training. So under training, to conduct a training programs, okay, to help them know about how the work should be done, giving them training. So these are few functions. So next we have SISI, that is Small Industries Service Institute. Okay, so there are 58 SISIs all over country, including one in state capital. So the nature of the support is entrepreneurship development. consultancy and training. So to develop the entrepreneurs, okay, and providing them consultancy and training so that they can do better. Objectives: to provide consultancy and training to small entrepreneurs, both existing and prospective, okay, to provide training for them, okay. Second point is to serve as an interface between central and state government. Third is to initiate entrepreneurial promotion programs. Okay, so programs related to entrepreneurship and training, providing and training, all these are objectives of SISI. So here we have few functions, okay. First is to render technical support services, okay, technical support services. Next is to conduct entrepreneurship development programs, okay, programs related to entrepreneurship. Next is to collect the trade and market information and share it with entrepreneurs. So the information related to trade and market, they will help them know. Okay. Next is to carry out modernization and in plant studies. Okay, all the modern equipment and modern ideas, they help them know. Next is to conduct state and district industrial potential surveys. Okay, surveys related to state and district industrial surveys. To provide consultancy services and also to provide training in various trade and activities. Okay, so these are the functions of SISI. So next we have NSIC, okay, that is National Small Industries Corporation Limited. So this is one of the oldest agencies set by the central government in the year 1955, okay, and is the forefront of industrial development in the country. Nature of support is wide-ranging industrial inputs. Objectives are to promote, aid and foster the growth of exercise in our country, okay, to promote and help them grow the small scale industry and to focus on the commercial aspect. Second objective is to enable the small scale industries to gain competitive advantage and to contribute effectively to the development of the country. Okay, third objective is to evolve special schemes to meet the needs of handicapped SC and ST entrepreneurs. So these are going to help the handicapped and also the SC ST entrepreneurs. They are going to help them with some different schemes, special schemes. These were the objectives of NSIC. See, these are the functions: to provide machinery on hire purchase scheme to exercise, to procure government orders for small scale units, okay. Next is to develop small scale units as ancillaries to large industries, to import and distribute scarce and rare raw materials among actual users in the small sector, okay, all the raw materials. Next is to undertake the construction of industrial estates, okay, also construction work they are going to undertake. Next is to help exporting products of SSI, okay, movement of the products, exporting them, I mean, to develop prototype of machines and equipment and pass on the know-how to SSIs, okay, machines and equipment. Next is to set up SSIs in other developing countries. So these were few functions. next we have SIDBI, okay, that is Small Industries Development Bank of India. So this was established in the year 1990 under Act of Indian Parliament as a principal financial institution. Okay, so this SIDBI, it has like top 25 development banks in the world. Okay, it's related to the financial institution. Okay, finance and helping them with money and providing them finance. So nature of support is financial services and other support services. Okay, so here are few objectives. First is to promote, finance and develop a small scale sector in India. Okay, to promote and help them develop. Okay, provide them finance and help the small scale sector to come up. Second is to coordinate the functions of other institutes engaged with similar activities. Okay. Next is to finance the industrial infrastructure projects as well. These are the objectives of SIDBI. Let's go through a few functions. So here are few functions. Okay, to provide finance assistance to new projects. Okay, expansion and diversification projects, modernization projects. Okay, to provide them finance. Okay, to the modern and new projects. Second is to initiate steps for technological upgradation and the modernization of existing units. So to help them to modernize the existing units, okay, to modernize them, to promote rural industrialization, okay, industrialization in rural areas, to provide channels for marketing SSI products in India and abroad, so to provide marketing facilities, okay, and also to channelize them. Then is to foster human resource development to suit the SSI sector needs. Okay, even the human resource requirement and developing of all these sector needs. This has been function for that too. So see here, what are the types of help? SIDBI has so far disbursed more than 50,000 crores as financial assistance. Okay, 50,000 crores. So this was all about SIDBI. So let's move on to the last one. So last one scheme is called as KSFC. Okay, that is Karnataka State Financial Corporation. Okay, it was established in the year 1951 through a State Financial Corporation Act. Okay, so these are few objectives. Okay, to cater the financial requirements of small scale units. Cater is nothing but to help, okay, with the financial requirements for the SSI. Next is to extend medium and long term credit to units which fall outside the preview of industry. What they'll do is they'll extend the credits, okay, medium and long term credits for them. Next is finance corporation and public sector banks. So these were few objectives of KSFC. So these are the functions. First is to provide long-term finance to small and medium industrial units organized on different ownership based on proprietorship, partnership, cooperative, public or private company consent. So based on different ownership, okay, this partnership, cooperative, public and private sector also, they are going to provide this long-term finance, okay, for this small and medium industries. Next is to provide finance to service-oriented enterprises such as travel agencies, car rental agencies, hotels, tourism-related activities, hospitals and nursing homes, etc. So they're going to provide finance for all these sectors too. So these were the functions. Please go through it. Refer the question papers. Okay, whichever has been asked repeatedly, go through it like more often. And that's what you need to know what the schemes are made for. Okay, and a few objectives and functions for examination. Please go through question papers and refer this. So for here we'll complete almost not almost, we have completed second part of fifth module. So second part is done. Now last one part is the third part. We'll study it later. Thank you.